Well, they went the wrong way. 2 or 3 days ago, I saw turkeys out in a cover crop field over here to my left. I followed where they were going, and they were eating the buckwheat. They were eating a great cover crop that actually performed better than I thought. At that point, I decided that it'd be better for me to go on and graze that cover crop, even with the 6 pigs. It's an 1.5 acres. It'll provide a lot of feed for them, and it'll be great. The problem is that I've got to clean up the fence rows of this 10-acre field. Let me turn the camera around and show you what I'm talking about.
This is the kind of growth that we get on the electric fence. The top wire is sagging a little bit, but that's typically for the cows. And then there are 2 or 3 wires that range from being 6 to 8 inches off the ground. Now, we tend to treat our pig fences a little bit differently than we do with our cow fences. For example, many times with really strong fence chargers, if you have enough of an output joule-wise, you can actually use the fence charger and it'll burn the weeds down as they grow. It dries them out, and it won't short out. However, we've got dozens of miles of electric fencing, and even with our tailor-made Cyclops 30 joule output fence charger, it is a beast of a charger, and it will knock the fire out of you when you hit it. However, what I found is with so many strands of electric fencing and with so many miles of fencing, the fence charger just cannot keep up with all that vegetation. And I do not keep the lower wires hot unless pigs are actually in the fence, and the main reason is because they're so short to the ground, it's easy for them to short out. If you're interested in a fence charger, these tailor-made fence chargers are made in the U.S. and Alabama. They are strong and they have a really good price for what you get out of them. Please check them out using the link in the description below. The other thing I like to do when I'm on the mower, on the pig fencing anyway, is that when I'm riding, I actually am able to see where the pigs may have rooted up against the bottom wire. And you can see how right here the pigs have kind of pushed sticks under the wire. Riding along here with the mower is just a good way to make sure that there aren't any places where the fence is shorting out, especially since that lower wire is often 4 to 10 inches off the ground. One thing that happens more frequently than I've ever realized is that we see a lot more deer in the cover crops, and they are not just grazing it, but they're bedding down in it as well. 2 weeks ago, when I was before bush hogging the pastures, I actually scared up a fawn, a spotted fawn, in the cover crop field. And you can see right here that one ran out of this field right here to my right. It was bedding down, and this is the second one that I've seen this year. This is probably the most humid day that we've had this early in the morning. It's just ridiculous how hot and humid that it has been the last few days. I'm setting up the fencing now. I'm actually setting up 2 dividing paddocks. It's about 1.5 acres. The posts are already up, so all I'm really having to do is string the wire. And now, as I wrap this up, I'll bring the pigs out of the fence here and bring them into the cover crop field.
Hey, pigs. Hey, pigs. Come on, pigs. Well, they went the wrong way. There you go. Come on.
Despite getting a rough start with the pigs going the wrong direction down the road, the pig move went really, really well. I just had to tie up that last line there. Right now, I'm actually driving down the road on the tractor with the water to set it up. And I just happened to see these pigs grazing and stop to look at them and watch them for a couple minutes. I think they're going to perform really well on this cover crop. Lots of buckwheat, so they should get plenty of their amino acids. And of course, there's protein and energy and stuff in there as well. We'll see how they do. Now it's time to set up the water. After I set up the water in the pig training pen, I've got 4 large pigs that need to be culled or processed. They've been jumping through the fences, and I just haven't processed them yet. But I've also got a dozen or more pigs that I need to test and see if they stay in the electric fences. If they stay in the electric fences, then they'll go on and grow out. And if they don't, I'll go on and cull them out as well. So I brought in this little tote here to my left that I brought with a tractor. I placed several pigs in there. I fed the larger pigs in this group or on the other side of the field so that they would give these smaller pigs a chance to go on and eat. That barrow right there is one that I just put into the paddock. So this barrow and the ones I just pulled out of that tote and brought over here to this pen, they look real thin. But in this cover crop, it's a really nutritious cover crop of buckwheat, cowpeas, forage soybeans, and millet. So they should perform quite well on it. It took a lot more work and a lot more hassle to get these pigs moved over here than I thought, but it was also a little bit easier. It was almost disastrous when they went the wrong way, though. I hope y'all have a great day. Take care.